and continuous functions. So a discrete function is a function that has a limited and isolated number of points. Your points on a graph are not going to be connected. For example, the number of students in each class, the number of questions on a test. Basically, discrete is going to be your whole numbers only. Okay, so you're only going to have whole numbers for discrete. On a graph, a discrete graph is just going to be points. They're not going to be connected. Okay, a continuous function is made up of all points on a given interval. There are no breaks in the graph, so it looks like a constant line or a curve without any spaces. So for example, the speed of a car, the height of a person, the amount of water in a lake. So continuous functions can have fractions and decimals. And when you graph them, your points are going to be connected. So it's going to look like a line. Okay, so we're going to look at these situations and determine whether each relationship is discrete or continuous. So when you go shopping and you buy cookies in a bag, okay, in a perfect world, you're only going to have whole cookies. So that situation is discrete. Okay, the height of a giraffe as it grows. So the height of a giraffe is similar to measuring the height of a person. You can be 5'5.5". You are going to continuously grow, so that is a continuous function. Distance traveled over a period of time. Anything with time is always going to be continuous because time does not stop. The amount of kittens in each litter. You're not going to have half a kitten in a litter, so that is discrete. Okay, so let's look at these examples down here at the bottom. So Sammy's monthly cell phone bill has a base fee of $5. She is also charged 2 cents for every text message that she sends. So let's answer these questions to help us determine if it is discrete or continuous. So is it possible for Sammy to send negative text messages? No, it's not possible. Okay, so what does that mean for our x values? It means x can't be negative. Okay, is it possible for Sammy to send 0 text messages? Yes, it is. So what does that mean for our x values? It means that x can equal 0. Is it possible to send fractions of text messages? No, it's not. So what does this mean for our x values? X can't be a fraction. Okay, so is this function discrete or continuous? Since we can't have fractions and we're talking about text messages, this function is going to be discrete because I can count the number of text messages I send. Okay, let's look at this one. John's new vehicle can drive 28 miles for every gallon of gas that he puts in the tank. So in this problem, we're focused on the gallons of gas. So is it possible for John to have negative gallons of gas? No. What does this mean for the x values? It means that x can't be negative. So all of our x values are going to be positive. Is it possible for John to have 0 gallons of gas? Yes, he could run out of gas. So what does this mean for our x values? It means x can equal 0. Is it possible for John to have fractions of gallons of gas? Yes, it is, because when you fill up at the gas station, you can have a half gallon. What does this mean for our x values? It means that x can be a fraction. So, is this function discrete or is it continuous? Since we can have fractions, it is going to be continuous. Notice in all of these, we are focused on the x values. So your x values are pretty much what determines if a function is discrete or continuous.